Okay,
Look,
this guy,
don't be a cock.
his name is Revilinio the Patriot. I somehow stumbled across him. He's got this thing goes, mental strength is greater than physical strength. And he draws these green lines through men and women. And his theory is that if you're leaning towards the girl, you're a cuck. And then if you're like, if you're standing up straight, then like you're the Chad. So
Keep it straight, he says. Keep it straight.
How did you even decipher that? I couldn't even figure out what was
well,
going
he's got
on.
a lot of
teaches
posts about it. So he teaches
He might have a
it.
class soon. Do you think he has a T-shirt that he sells? That's the monetization, but he could have a class, this guy.
So he goes, yeah, this guy, he's beta. Totally beta right here.
Yep.
And then,
For sure.
But this
Leaning in,
guy,
no way.
ultra Chad.
Bing, bang.
And he's got a whole thread about it, and it's amazing. Like, people like love this guy. So he has whole
Divorced.
clips. They are now divorced.
Rip.
Divorced.
And it's just this
I'm
girl
losing
going,
attraction.
I'm losing attraction to this guy.
Now, Steven thinks that this guy's cheating on the lines. Steven is I think the lines are accurate. What do you think? What do you think of those lines? Steven
I gotta say the lines look accurate to me. Like, you think he's like curving them a bit too much?
No. Well, here's actually my main thing. People just lean in for a picture. Like, they weren't leaning. The guy wasn't just hanging on the girl the whole time. It was like, hey, let's take a picture. All right, great. Like, whatever. And then this guy comes in. He goes, they're divorced. Their relationship's over.
Betas lean in. Leaning in is the new cuck face. Remember when guys took pictures like that, and people were like, "What are you doing? Close your mouth." That's called cuck face. This is the new cuck face. No leaning.
I wonder, how does he know they're divorced? Like, did he just find it?
I don't know.
What if he just found it on Google Images?
And what if he just makes it up?
He looks at body posture. He says divorced. That's it.
From the body posture, he knows they're divorced.
In real life, he looks at people. He goes, "Those two have 6 months."
Yeah.
Look at
No,
that
he
lean.
sells a green line shirt so you can be checking yourself throughout the day. He sells it
That's great.
for $18. He goes,
He should sell a shirt with a level on it. Why not just get a level? Make it official.
that's good.
Yo,
That would be good.
One thing, like, I'm not in support of what this guy's saying, but I'm kind of related to it. Have you guys ever read? Do you guys read Malcolm Gladwell? You ever read a Malcolm Gladwell book?
I love Malcolm Gladwell. Yeah.
Great.
Oh, nice. Have you guys ever read Blink?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, how crazy is the part where it talks about, like, so Blink is this book where it talks about, like, thin slicing, which me and Marco are, like, obsessed with. And essentially it's like, when you get a first impression of something, you're like, this is what it is. And, like, usually you're exactly right. And that's what the book's about. And there's this part where they talk about how, like, there was a scientist who would listen to couples talk and then, like, check in on them half a year later to see if they were still together. And he actually developed some sort of an algorithm where he could, like, listen to the couple talk and, like, know with, like, 95% certainty if they'd still be together in half a year.
This is such a guru thing.
That is this doctor.
Wasn't it like a contempt thing?
Yeah, that's
Like,
this guy.
if they heard,
and now he has a Twitter account.
And now he has a Twitter account. This is him, right?
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
this is the guy. This is the guy. He'd watch their pit posture and he'd go, oh, of course. He's a cuck. Look at this. He draws, my favorite thing is he draws the thought bubbles and he goes, why is he leaning in? It's like the girl, and then the other girl's like, pathetic. The daughter's like, pathetic. And then he's got this thing called hand control.
This one is true, I've heard.
Like, these are just my favorite conspiracies. Like, everybody on social media wants to shut these guys up and they want to shut them down. I say let them talk. Let these poor people spread their theories. Why not? It's funny. We can all make fun of them. This is amazing. So, Amish, you kind of buy into this, huh?
Oh, look,
do that.
I'm equal opportunity, male or female. If you want to be the alpha, you keep it straight, baby. That's it.
But you do think that's an
And
alpha
let people-
move. Like, what do you think of, like, the hand
I think
on the
leaning in-
hand, losing
Oh,
hand
that
control?
one I don't see as much. The hand I don't see as much, but the leaning in, I think a wedding photographer might even tell you that. They might even be like the correct presentation. Maybe this is us carrying on the patriarchy or whatever. But the masculine is supposed to be strong and straight, and then the woman is like, "Oh, I love my guy." You know what I mean? Like,
That's the face of bitter disappointment, Amish.
Respect for saying that. +1 respect, GTA.
But I think, thank you. But I think this guy, you know what he's doing? He's like just freeze framing and finding a spot. Like, you can't freeze frame.
Of course.
There's a couple of freeze frames.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could film anybody for long enough, and there'd be a picture of them, like, leaning into something. And then this guy would screen cap it and go, "They are now divorced."
They are now, but is he correct on the divorce? Like,
I don't know.
I think that's his voice too. I think you nailed the voice.
They're now divorced.
They are now divorced.
It's like a squawky bird.
I told you.
Yeah.
Like a
I
divorce
told
announcing
you.
bird. Dude, next
Nobody
picture I
listened to
take
me.
with a girl, I'm literally gonna like fucking
Yeah, lean away, dude. And
Yeah.
she's gonna be like, "Oh my gosh, this guy's so hot."
take me right now. Yeah.
Dude, look at this. Look at this. He rips on iDubbbz. He goes, "Can you analyze these photos?
Come on.
Can you see the difference here?" Left photo. A girl leans into her man and feels his rock solid strength. That's how she feels safe and protected. Right photo. When a man leans to her, into her, she has no choice but to lean away. And when her head tilts away, that's not good. He's saying, iDubbbz, simp.
Man, iDubbbz
No.
is the bro, and he's been through so much. Both him and his girlfriend have been through so much shit with like this. Yeah, I don't know. It's all nonsense.
She's
All
on
nonsense.
OnlyFans or something.
Yeah,
I've seen
she's
something
on
that
OnlyFans, and then everyone says he's like a simp, but it's like, yeah, I don't know.
Wouldn't that make it
I think that's like
pimp?
the opposite of simping, dude.
I
Like,
think that's a pimp. Might be almost pimp-ish. Like, have you ever seen this old? There's an old American movie where this guy, it's black and white, and it's this smooth, good-looking man, and he goes, if you want to turn a trick, or like he's talking about how to get girls, he's like, you have to go to them, be confident, be smooth, tell them what to do. They'll be your friend,
Yeah.
they'll be your girlfriend maybe, and then one day say, hey, can you take care of my buddy John too? Like that's how he kind of does. So iDubbbz, you could look at him as Sam, but you could also look at him as like, hey babe, you should do OnlyFans, let me get some money. I don't know.
I think
don't
the
know.
reason people do it is because he has like this character of being maybe like a more nerdy guy.
Right.
So people are like, oh, you're a pushover and you don't know. But it's like, dude, the reality is he's like
we just don't
probably
know.
just like a millionaire who doesn't give
The
a
reality
shit.
is the most of the people
Killing it.
on the internet who are going, simp, hot simp, they don't have a girlfriend. And they don't have,
yeah.
they're not in a relationship. Most of them. There
Yeah,
are a
dude,
few,
like
I guess,
Adam.
but like,
do you guys know Adam 22?
faintly. I kind of know what he's about. Yeah.
He does like he has like a channel about like hip hop and
Yeah.
He has like a girlfriend who does OnlyFans and stuff, and he like bangs girls with her on the OnlyFans and stuff, and like no one says a word, and it's like it's sick, it's dope, but like
Well, no,
for some
that's
reason when
because I feel like
We're
he
moving
built it
into
into
a
his
world of sex
brand, though.
positivity.
He built that into his brand. Like, this is who I am.
yeah, because Adam
iDubbbz
22 has like all these tattoos, and he's like this big dude, and it's like, oh, this is dope, and it is, but like yeah, when iDubbbz does it, people are like, he has a different look, and so people are like, oh, clearly
judging
he's a
that.
pushover. Yeah, I don't know. It's just people will judge so easily.
But it's OnlyFans. Like she's dancing. I mean, not to say like I'm pretty open-minded about sex work. I don't judge sex workers. I think it should be legal. They should have rights to do it, and I don't think our judgment on them helps anyone necessarily. I don't know. I mean, probably a lot of people would disagree with that, but I think like why not just let someone do it? I mean, if she wants to do it.
No, I
For
mean,
sure,
yeah, let
man.
him do it. But then if people want to call him a cuck, it's like it's the internet. That's how the internet works.
Yeah, yeah.
If it's not like baked into your brand, if people are going to judge you for it if something comes out. Like that's what that happened to. Do you guys know who Joey Diaz is?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so he's got this like very like unfiltered brand, whatever. So all these comedians like Chris D'Elia started getting canceled because stuff came out. And then stuff came out about Joey Diaz, and he goes, yeah, I've been telling you guys about this for like 20 years. What, are you going to get mad at me about it now? And so it's like it didn't affect him at all, literally, because he baked it all into his brand. I feel like that's probably the case with the Adam 22 guys, like that he baked it in. Yeah. Oh, Marco, he actually taught me a lot about that because we were talking the other day, and he's like, yeah, I just put, he goes, I put everything online. He's like, yeah, I talked one time about how I did blackface on one time before I knew it was bad. He's like, when I was young, I knew it before I knew it was bad. He's like, I just talked about it, whatever. And it's like, yeah, it's better to put it out there. And then later on, nobody can say you shocked them or you tricked them or whatever.
Yeah.
Me and him call it 8 miling, you know?
Yeah, you don't pretend like you're some perfect angel.
You just come out and you're like, I mean, yeah, whatever you say, and then it's like takes away all the ammunition of the other person. Yeah.
Letterman did it. Letterman was gonna get called out by one of his workers for like some I don't want to say sexual harassment, but like he was cheating on his wife with this other woman, and this woman was like, I'm gonna tell everyone. Then he goes on the show and he says, hey everyone, I'm having an affair. Like on TV. He's like, I'm having an affair.
Gangster.
She's trying to
I don't
ruin
approve
my
of
life.
him having an
I'm
affair.
not gonna let her do that.
Yeah.
What's that? Yeah. So
No,
you
I just said yeah. Sorry, I said that's gangster. Like, obviously, having an affair is not good, but that's super gangster that he did that.
Dude, what about
That's the right way to do
Bezos?
it.
Bezos did the same thing. Some guy was blackmailing him. He goes, I'll talk about it. He goes, I'm not going to get blackmailed. I'm just going to talk
way.
about like my affair with my wife. And then him and
Hey,
his,
And that's why he's ruining society.
yeah. No, but same here. This guy emailed me saying, "Hey, I have your old password and I have videos of you masturbating. I accessed your camera on your computer. I have videos of you masturbating. I'll send it to your 10 best friends unless you give me 1,000." And I was like,
Holy shit.
I didn't say anything, but I was like, charge them 1,000 if they have to watch it. I don't give a shit. They like, you have
Wow.
videos of me watching porn. Who cares? It's over. I feel like there's a video of everyone watching porn on the internet.
Yeah, straight out of Black Mirror.
all right, guys, we're going a little left field right now.
That's too much. But
Amish,
dude, if you look at that
they
picture, of the
transcript
straight
our
line-
audio and they're going to demonetize us for this.
of course.
They
But, yo,
demonetized us a long
if you
time
look
ago.
at the straight line
I'm kidding. Who am I
pictures,
kidding?
the last two, Steven, that you had up, one of
yeah,
those
sure.
is like a Hollywood picture. So it's Hollywood, and they have Ethan Hawke straight, and they have I think Julie Delpy like leaning into him. That's kind of how people tell you to take pictures. Like in Hollywood, in like even a wedding photographer would tell you, like the man stands straight and the girl leans in. That sounds so sexist, but
Like, yeah, look at that. They're now divorced. Don't ever leave me.
oh yeah.
Man.
Dude, this guy's out to lunch. I feel like these people don't know, like, they're not with women. I mean,
If you guys are for one
they're just on
second,
the internet.
not you guys, but if this account is trying for 1 second to convince me Russell Peters is a simp, like, bruh.
I know. Literally, he just finds a picture of anybody
It's
leaning
like
in.
the
He's like, this
coolest
guy's
fucking guy. Like,
sick, dude.
Yeah, no, he's not simp like Russell Peters. Whatever else you want to say about him, he's not like we've always heard that he's he picks up.